Hello everyone, welcome to Nutriful NTR Trust. I'm Vinita Mamilla, Senior Nutritionist. There are a lot of questions or confusion regarding intermittent fasting. So we are going to talk about the common questions. Is intermittent fasting good or bad? Who should do intermittent fasting? What should you eat when you are in eating window? And how does intermittent fasting cause weight loss and fat loss? And how does your overall health improve? We are going to understand all these things in this video. This video is all about the intermittent fasting. First, let's understand the basics of intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is a cycle of eating and fasting. It is not a diet, but it is an eating pattern. It can help you to eat at the right time and fast at the right time, so that your body does not use glucose or glycogen as energy, but it uses fat. Because of this, your fat loss happens easily, and we also get rid of many metabolic issues. And the common idea is that the overall calorie intake during the day should be reduced, and that too at the right time. Now we see what is the top benefits of intermittent fasting. You will be able to lose weight properly, and it is not a muscle loss but fat loss if you do it properly. Insulin insensitivity reduces, and relief from PCOD, obesity and type 2 diabetes, and also helps with inflammation and improves cardiovascular measures, promotes longevity, and for all the above issues, intermittent fasting works very well. Also, it is very good for your metabolic health, and if you want to lose belly fat, or if you have any type of cholesterol or heart related issues, then again it will help you a lot. It also helps in diabetes as it reduces insulin insensitivity. It even promotes your brain health. It enhances your focus, concentration and mood. It has these many benefits. Now we talk about how intermittent fasting works. It is very simple. When you eat any type of food, carbs in that food, for example, if you are eating roti, rice or even apple, the carbohydrate in it converts into glucose and enters into the bloodstream. From there, through insulin, it goes to your cell and organ, and it provides you energy for whatever task you are doing. Now the remaining glucose is stored in your liver as glycogen, and the remaining excess glucose is stored in your adipose tissue as fat. Now the mechanism of your body is like this. Next time when you want to use energy, the storage in your liver as glycogen converts into glucose, and you use it in energy. When you are fasting, the magic benefit of it is like that you fast for a long time or a particular time. So when your body converts glycogen to glucose by your liver, when you use it, now it has only way as a fuel source, which is nothing but the fat in the adipose tissue. So what will happen, the fat in adipose tissues converts into free fatty acids, and it converts into additional metabolic fuel in the liver, and you use it as energy. So what will happen, instead of burning just glucose and glycogen, your body start burning fat. If you fast for a long time, that is why there is a specific window in intermittent fasting which is called 16-8. This concept was also made why 16 hours, because those 16 hours are scientifically proven the time your fat burning starts happening. So we saw that the fat burning efficiency will increase. But the other main benefit is that it is a very good way to overcome the insulin insensitivity. So when you eat food, when blood sugar goes up, to bring it down, your body produces insulin through the pancreas, due to which blood sugar drops. This means whenever you are eating food, blood sugar is spiked, but even insulin is spiked depending upon what you are eating. So the more meals you have in a day, the more insulin spikes you are going to have in a day, especially if you are eaten unhealthy food. I am not saying that the concept of eating 2 to 3 hours is wrong. If you have any specific issues and you are eating unhealthy food frequently, then a spike of insulin constantly happens, will damage your health. But when you fast, especially intermittent fasting, what happens if you skip breakfast because you are fasting intermittently? The spike of one meal will reduce, which means your body will get rest, and insulin and pancreas also get rest. So the body tissues desensitized and will get balanced slowly. In short, insulin insensitivity will reduce slowly. In turn, it helps in diabetes. But in type 2 diabetes, it is recommended to fast intermittently. But in type 1 diabetes, it is not recommended, or if you want to do, you can do it under doctor's supervision. So indirectly it reduces the risk of insulin insensitivity, diabetes, obesity, and also the reduces the risk of many other complications. Another thing is that intermittent fasting helps increase neurotropic factors, which is beneficial for the survival and growth of neurons in the brain. Generally, intermittent fasting is safe for many because intermittent fasting is a westernized name, but this concept has been used for years in India. In Western, they named it as intermittent fasting, so people started taking it seriously. But we need to understand our Indian culture is so rich that from many years we have followed it. Because people used to eat before sunset and end fasting the next day morning, so indirectly 14 to 16 hours of fasting happens. So this we have been following for many years. But due to modernization, we changed our eating patterns. Again, we started taking it seriously as it got the westernized name. So we started following it as a intermittent fasting. Till now, we have discussed what is intermittent fasting, its benefits, and how it works. Let's discuss who should not do the intermittent fasting. Pregnant and lactating women should not do intermittent fasting. Type 1 diabetes patients should not do. Small kids, people who do heavy workouts, athletes should not do this. People who do a strenuous job should not do this. Females who are in stressful zone and have a workload of family, because it will not suit some females, especially those who have a severe hormonal imbalance. And also if a person has some eating disorders or certain medical issues where doctors are advised not to be fast for longer time or stay away from these diet concepts. And if you are underweight, should not do this, and if you have a hypoglycemia, should not do this, and if you are suffering from low blood sugar and low blood pressure issues, then don't do such fastings. Other than this, if you are doing intermittent fasting but your body is not at all supporting, always listen to your body once. One thing that can suit for one person means it will not suit everyone. If you are facing any negative issues, you should not continue it. Don't see others' result and try it on your body. First check your body is supporting this. If it is not supporting your body, it gives certain symptoms like headache, vomiting, giddiness, and uneasy feeling, then you should not continue it. Stop doing it. Now let's talk about how to do intermittent fasting. There are so many types of intermittent fasting. First one is eat alternate day. So they fast one day and eat one day. So they keep fasting and eating one day at a time, which is difficult for most people. Second one is, another way is 5-2, means there is a 5-day eating window and 2-day fasting window. Some people even follow the concept of 1 meal a day, which is called OMAD diet. I don't believe in all these concepts. This kind of diet sustainably suits very few people. I mostly refuse to recommend this to people because our body is meant to eat and move, right? So what is the better concept that most people can follow? The concept is called 16-8 window, means 16 hours of fasting and 8 hours of eating. This is called intermittent fasting technically. But let me tell you this, it doesn't mean that if you are fasting for 14 hours, you are doing something wrong. If there is a 10 hours eating window, you are doing something wrong. Not at all. You can build it slowly. I will tell you exactly how you can go slowly for 16 hours. But some people even do 18 hours fasting or 20 hours fasting, which is not good. If you are starting intermittent fasting, then first check your last meal of the day. Let's say you eat at 9 p.m. at night. After that, when is your next meal? The next meal is that you have to count, that has to be a calorie meal. A meal in which you only had water or green tea is not counted because it does not have any calories. But your first meal that has calories, we count that. So generally, let's say if you had breakfast at 8 a.m. So what happened? Your last meal at 9 p.m. in the night and your first meal of the day is at 8 p.m. Even if you have a simple masala tea which has a milk and sugar, you had it at 6 a.m. So you count those hours. For example, if you had a dinner at 9 p.m. and you had a tea at 6, so your fast has broken. So how many hours has passed approximately? It is 9 hours. Now if someone directly tells you to come at 9 to 16 hours, then your body will be shocked. Also it is not good that suddenly you go at 16 hours. It may not be sustainable. So what can you do? You can slowly build up to 10 hours. So you are doing it for 9 hours. Now instead of 6, if you are taking tea at 7 a.m. so it will be a 10 hours fasting. Then slowly you prepone your dinner time and postpone your breakfast time, and you will notice that it will be easily 16 hours. Now ideally it is recommended that the earlier you take your last meal of the day, it is better. So for example, if you take your last meal at 6 or 7, means take your last meal around sunset. Don't be too late. Especially don't be too late more than 7 or 8. Every body is different. So check what time suits you. But it is again a general rule. Let's say for example, if you have a dinner at 7 p.m. and sleep at 10 or 11, then there is a gap of 3 to 4 hours between your dinner and sleep, which is very good. If you have dinner at 7 p.m., then you can take the next meal at 11 a.m., which can be your breakfast or lunch. And if it seems difficult, then maybe you have your last meal at 8 p.m., which is your dinner, and maybe at 10 a.m., which can be your next meal, which means your first meal of the day, which is your breakfast. It will be easy. So dinner at 8 p.m. and breakfast at 10 a.m. and fast for 14 hours, anywhere right. So check which suits your body, and this is a way you can follow the intermittent fasting. Now a very important question is what to eat in the fast and what to eat in the eating window, which is of 8 or 10 hours. So in your fasting time, definitely drink water and never forget, because in intermittent fasting hydration is necessary. So you can drink water regularly. Secondly, you can take any non-caloric beverages. A healthy beverage should not have any calories. Some people take green tea, black coffee, etc., which is okay if it suits your body. But I still recommend that black coffee should not suit everyone, because it can create gut dysbiosis for most people. Green tea is still better than black coffee, and if only stay on water, nothing like it is even better than coffee or tea, because green tea, black coffee work as an appetite suppressant. So you will feel less hungry during the fasting phase. This is why people prefer it. Let's say if you don't want to take tea or coffee, then you can take some herbal tea. These are some of the options to have a non-caloric beverages. Now we see what do you take in the eating window. In the eating window, most people make the mistake of overeating, because our body has gone through a fast. When you break the fast, it will be a big mistake if you put heavy food in your body, or if you put heavy food during 8 or 10 hours of the window. So just be away from overeating, and your first meal should be light like a fruit or a dry fruit. And in the whole eating window, remember, it should be a nutritious meal. So it should have vegetables, fruits, and a good source of protein. You can add as many healthy fats as you can, and a good source of carbs. So make sure it is nutritious. Along with that, people have a common question: should I exercise during intermittent fasting, and how many days should I do this intermittent fasting? Ideally, this is something that you can do for lifelong if it suits your body. So how long to follow depends on how your body is reacting to it and how is your condition. Let's say suddenly a stressful event happens in your life, then intermittent fasting will not work. Sometimes there is a zone where you have a heavy workout time, maybe it will not work, so stop doing it. So exercise, whether you have to do it or not, you should do, but avoid doing it heavily. If your work is about bodybuilding, if your work is about muscle building, if you have a goal of doing it, then intermittent fasting should be avoided. But for common people, you must not do intermittent fasting without exercise, because people feel that because I am fasting, I should reduce my movement. You should include moderate exercise. Now you will say that have a workout in the morning. So if I don't have to eat, can I do a fasted workout? Then the answer is yes. But again, bio-individuality works. Our body is unique. Some people find fasted workout more efficient, and some people feel headaches. So if you feel a headache, then either change the time of exercise or change the fasting window. But you have to do exercise. Can you do it heavily? No, you can do it in moderately. If you feel wired in your body and if you feel negative side effects, then reduce the fasting zone and the intensity. Reduce the timing. So we have talked a lot about the intermittent fasting. I hope you got clarity. You must have a good guideline. But remember, I am telling you again, before following anything, always remember that your body is unique. So see it as a laboratory. It is the biggest lab that you have. Everything is feedback. And if you are getting to know that your mood is getting better, then grab it. And if you are getting stressed from it, maybe it is not good for you. Try it and then do tell me in the comment how was your experience, or if you have any experience in the past, or if you are currently doing intermittent fasting, then do write your experience in the comment so that people get some inspiration by reading it. Because remember, when you share, many people can get inspired by your experience. I hope this video has helped you. If you feel this has helped you, let me know in the comment how was it. Meanwhile, if you have not yet subscribed to Nutriful, if you have not clicked the bell button yet, do it now. Tell people about it and keep listening to the videos on different topics. So keep listening to the Nutriful preventive healthcare program, and let me know in the comment also what else would you like to know, on which topics we should make videos. And if you are watching it on YouTube, make sure that you will share it with others. Till then, bye bye. Vinita Mamilla, Arogyame Mahabhagyam.